today. I'm going to turn this just a little bit. Hey!
I feel like it's a little crooked.
All right, we've got Lynn Reed from Michigan here. Hey, Lynn.
Hey, Lynn.
So as we're waiting for other people to join, I told you that we were going to bring something to celebrate, and so we're just going to take a minute here to open this up. Whoever else is on here with us, go ahead and let us know where you're from, and so we can say hi.
San Diego. Hey, how's it going?
Thank you.
Hey, from Utah, from the Pacific Northwest, Seattle, Brisbane. It's our little home away from home. We love Brisbane. Hey, from Maui, Colorado. Hey, Fat Tony Kwai.
Omaha, Auckland, Louisiana. Hey guys. Oh, don't bump the table. Come here.
So we're actually joining you from our boat right now. We're down the galley of our boat. It's a little windy outside. We couldn't get a good place to set this up where it wasn't going to be too windy and loud. So the table's a little bit rocky, so we're trying to hold it still. But if we get a kid bumping into it, it might shake a little.
But yeah, we've got Kip here with us. Kip, can you tell everybody thank you for all the kind messages they sent while you were in the hospital?
Hey, someone from a long way away, Dooley.
Thank you for all these messages that you helped me in the hospital.
Yeah, thanks to everybody.
Hey, Tucson. Love Tucson. West Valley City, Utah. Got good representation from Utah. I like that. I'm actually jealous of you guys right now because you guys have In-N-Out hamburgers in Utah.
Hey, we got people saying hi to you, buddy.
Aw,
hi. Thank you. Let's see. Hawaii,
Aloha from
Ohio,
Hawaii.
Magna. My aunt and uncle live in Magna. I've spent lots of summers there.
Hey, from Guam. Our brother's from
Wow.
another U.S. territory.
Yeah.
Fallbrook, California. Great place.
Lynn says, hi, little guy.
Aw.
And did you see Lynn Reed asked if we could use another grandma? We can
Hi.
always use another grandma.
Speaking of another grandma, Grandma Molyneux just said hi on there. She said, hi, Kipper.
Oh, hi.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. We are doing our live today. In case you didn't catch what we're doing with this live today, it's to celebrate the fact that we hit 10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for helping us to get there. It's really a very small number in terms of, you know, some other YouTube channels out there, but for us it's a huge number, and we love the fact that 10,000 people out there care enough about our lives that they want to subscribe to our channel. And we know that so much of that is from you guys contributing and sharing our videos and letting people know. So thank you so much for helping us to get here.
Yeah.
Talofa from Colorado. Hi.
Hi, Colorado.
Melinda has a sibling in Colorado.
Yeah. Oh wow, you guys, the comments are coming in so fast.
Yeah.
We can't. You
That
guys
was
are awesome.
There was a question there. Yeah, we have boating experience. We do not have enough boating experience to justify owning a sailboat like this. Let's just say that.
Very little, but we are. I think we're fast learners, and we're excited to learn. So that's what we've got going for us.
This is a little funny, but one of the reasons we bought the boat was not so much because we have great aspirations to go sail around the world. I mean, that would be wonderful and great. But we have actually been more interested in kind of like the tiny house movement for years now and haven't had a good way to do it. But we view this boat more as like an opportunity to do the tiny house thing for a little while. And then I guess because we don't ever like to do anything the simple way, we also threw in boat maintenance and all those things that come along with that too.
Learning how to sail and everything.
Hey, thanks.
Louis Paulo.
Yeah, Louis, and congratulations for 10,000.
Wilson.
Oh, cool. Grace Wilson. Yeah, that's what we figured. The best way to learn something is to get in and do it. So, all right. Awa. Have the borders opened yet? No, they haven't. So
Not fully. I mean,
well, they're
more
doing
open than they
repatriation
were.
of flights, but
Yeah.
no, the borders are not open. The last we've heard is that they will be doing a soft opening in August. They haven't been real specific about what that means, but we just keep on crossing our fingers that it'll happen one of these days, and when it does, that enough of our people here will be vaccinated, and so it'll keep the COVID cases down here. See, Jennifer asked, do the kids enjoy being on the boat? Yes. When we're on the boat at this point, we're usually here to work. And so they don't always enjoy the work part. But they love being on the boat. They think it's fun, and they're excited to be able to move on and just start living here, not always just working here.
Hey, shout out to Ronald. He's another YouTuber here in American Samoa that's joining us here. He interviewed Melinda a while back, actually, on his channel. So thanks for joining us, Ronald.
Hey, Ronald.
Yeah, thank you, Ronald.
So, Fat Tony Kauai, which I feel rude saying that, but it's your screen name, so I'm going to say it. I assume that you're a skinny guy, and it's just it's an ironic screen name there. But he's asking about traveling there during COVID. The only way to travel here right now during COVID is if you are on a repatriation flight, and they're really limiting that to people who live here already and were out of the territory for some reason, so it's really hard to get on that. Or if you are with FEMA or some agency that they've got special permission to bring extra people in to kind of help with the COVID situation. Or if you're a critical worker, you can get in, but they're not opening up the full flights, like Melinda said, until probably August or so.
Yeah, I've heard August at the earliest, so.
All of a sudden, no comments. Are we still live?
Looks like it.
Okay.
All right, we also have, oh yeah, Shawa said, you guys can sail to Upolu and other islands. How exciting. Can't wait to see the vlogs. We are super, super excited. Like Nate said, when we bought the boat, it wasn't necessarily to circumnavigate the globe. If we do that someday, that'd be cool too. But it's more to live here and to be able to start island hopping around the Pacific, around this area, which we are really, really excited.
Hey, Narissa, thanks so much for subscribing. That's great.
Yeah, thank you. You want to do the honors? Okay, guys, this is not a twist top, and we don't have a can opener. You can check it out.
It doesn't look like it.
So we'll use knife.
Hey, I wanted to point out, I saw a question from Louis, about whether American Samoa is being affected by Samoa's election. Not really.
We hear stuff on the news every day.
Yeah, but hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something.
Okay. I'm sure it's affecting some people more than us, but like we don't have relatives in Samoa or anything. Nate, Fat Tony Kauai says I am skinny, so.
Okay, good.
So yeah, it hasn't affected us at all, and we don't really see it affecting anybody else. Let's see, Fitzgerald Lepisi, curious question, do you plan or are you planning on learning the language to speak fluently, especially for the kids? Ooh, careful Kip, you're making our video bump. That is a great question. We would love to. It is really difficult to learn another language, and everybody here who speaks more than one language, like Samoan and English, or English and Tagalog, or any other second or third language, we salute you, because it's really difficult to learn another language. Even here, where you would think we'd be surrounded by it, and so it would make it easier, but most everybody here speaks English, and everybody speaks English to us. And so I know if we put more effort into it, we would do a much better job learning it. The kids do a better job learning it because it is a required subject in school. So they speak a lot more English or a lot more Samoan than we do, and we're all working on it.
All right, we got. I like Parmish says lots of love from India. Thanks so much. We've got a few fans from India, and it's always so exciting to hear
awesome.
from you guys. Yeah, especially you guys are going through a lot right now, so you're definitely in our thoughts and prayers. I know that doesn't mean a lot. It's kind of a funny thing to say anymore, but it's true. We really do think about you guys, and we're praying for you guys out there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Skip. All right.
Where are all the little... Nai asked where all the little ones are. So we got Kip here because he's home from school sick. He's still healing with his foot. He can't really be up and going. Holden is at the library doing homework. He's homeschooled right now. And then Hadley's at school. But she should be getting out any minute now. She'll be heading over to the boat.
All right, guys, like in case you didn't hear earlier, so this is our celebration to celebrate hitting 10,000 subscribers. And if you saw any of my posts, you will see that I told everybody to grab your favorite bubbly. Nate thinks I'm cheesy for this, but that's okay. And so we got some sparkling cider here because for us this is a really big deal and something that we've been working on for a while. Faster than some, slower than lots. But we are just so excited to hit 10,000. It feels like a big milestone for us. So here, Kip, let's...
And again, this isn't just a celebration for us. This is also a big thank you to everybody out there that shares our videos and lets your friends and family know that we're doing these videos. We want to make these videos, and we would be making them if we didn't have any subscribers. But knowing that there are people out there watching, it really encourages us to try to up our game and try to make the most relevant videos that we can. So thank you for your support and helping drive us to continue to do this.
Absolutely. Along with, there we go. Here, let's do it. All right, cheers, everybody.
Right, cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, strong stuff.
Yeah.
It's not just sparkling apple, it's a sparkling apple cranberry. So.
Ooh, it's got a little bite to it. Going along with what Nate said, also, thank you so much. Every time you give our videos a thumbs up, comment, respond to other people's comments, all of this stuff, all this interaction, it tells YouTube to promote our videos, which helps get the videos to more people, and the more people who can see them, the more people get information about life and our adventures here in American Samoa. So thank you for all of it.
Somebody just said we need to enable super chat. I'm not really sure what that is, but we're looking into it.
Can I get some more?
Just call it good for now. Oh, Aunt Katie. Aunt Katie's here. Kip, she said, Kipper, you're cracking up Grandma. So that's our other grandma. We've got both the kids' grandmas on here with us today. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Hey, grandmas.
Hey, grandmas!
We love you.
We love
miss
you. How?
That super chat thing, we'll make sure to do that in the future. As of right now, I think we would have to go and redo a bunch of settings that we would have to get out of the video. But that does sound like a fun thing to do. It's a way that you guys can kind of sponsor comments and make sure the comment stands out. So that sounds like a great idea that we'll definitely do in the future.
Yeah, we'll get that set up before our next live. Thanks for suggesting it.
Yeah,
thank
I like
you.
your name's funny to say, but thank you. She said everybody smash the thumbs up button.
Yes, please.
We love that idea. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Robin says, Kip, somebody stole your teeth. Who stole your teeth?
Nobody.
Well, kind
It's a good
of.
story. Somebody did steal your
Did they
teeth.
just fall out by themselves?
Here, sit up a little bit. Yeah, Katie's
Did
over
they
there.
just fall out by themselves?
No.
So who stole your teeth?
The doctors.
The doctors did.
Yeah, when he went in for surgery, one of the questions they asked is if he had any loose teeth, and his two front teeth were loose. And so, just as a precaution, so they didn't get knocked out during the surgery with the oxygen and everything, they pulled them. So he had a few big surprises when he woke up from that surgery.
got a great question. What have we done to the boat since the last video? We can really dive in and show you some more things in an upcoming video, but if we were going to turn around and show you what we're looking at right now, we're looking at the galley of the boat, and we've torn out almost all of the shelving part of the galley.
In the upper part of the galley. It's not pretty right now.
No, and the boat hasn't been pretty all along, but it's even less pretty over there right now. But it's exciting because rather than being cluttered, it's really open at least, which is nice. So that's the big thing we've done, and then just kind of upgraded some of the electric stuff back in our room where we use for our office space, and
so we can keep making videos and keep working once we are moved on here.
we did have a kind of a wild storm last week, where the winds were sustaining like per hour, not really big, but the wind was blowing into the harbor enough that it was really affecting our boat, and the boat's on this side of our dock. And so we spent a lot of the last week kind of cleaning up from that. We had some cleat points ripped out of our deck that we've had to fix. We had to turn our boat around, and we're having to retie the lines the right way. So we're spending a lot more time up above deck kind of fixing all that stuff, making it good. Actually, in the middle of the storm, I stayed here the night of the storm. At about 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard this awful sound, went up and found that the boat that was tied off in front of us had broken partially loose and swung around and smacked into our boat, which was really scary. Fortunately, our boat wasn't really damaged. The bow of our boat broke a window on theirs, but that was a little bit freaky.
Yeah, feel bad for them.
Yep.
So Nate jumped out there and grabbed some of our line, and just with the guys here on the dock, they were able to move the boat a little further down the dock and tie it off a little bit better so that their boat would be safe throughout the rest of the storm at least.
Hey, George Bailey. Hi from Costa Rica.
Ah, we love Costa Rica. That is where we went on our honeymoon. That was the beginning of our adventures together.
Dad, I'm pretty sure I see a YouTube.
Pura vida.
Pura vida, yeah, there you
I'm
go.
pretty sure I see a YouTube.
Yeah? You pretty sure you see a YouTuber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, Nai says, you're too cute, Kip.
What do you say, Kip?
Oh, thank you. Honey.
Some other questions we have up here.
Okay, so Parmish Deswal suggested we try. Okay, I think this is. I've been chatting with somebody on through our YouTube channel. They were asking about Indian restaurants here, and I let them know that I don't know of any. If any of you guys know of an Indian restaurant here, we would love to know, because we have loved all the Indian food we've ever tried.
Indian food is one of our favorite things,
Yes.
and we haven't been able to really be
We
satisfied
miss
with
it.
Indian food here. We did have some neighbors, one of the first places we lived here on the island, that were from India, and they would, once in a
Oh
while,
my
they'd
gosh.
bless us with like a plate of really delicious food. And we also
So
had
good.
some Fijian friends that were, so Fijian Indian food is like a whole nother level of Indian food. It's so good. And we've had some of that here that's been really good, but we're not necessarily getting a lot of our regular favorite Indian dishes. So if anybody knows of a restaurant here that serves Indian food, really good Indian food, let us know.
Because it has been suggested that we look up recipes and cook our own. I have tried so many times and I can't get it right. It never tastes the same, and it's fine, but it's not delicious.
It's not as satisfying. I'll ask how the weather is here today. I'm sorry you can't see it out there. It's actually
beautiful.
really nice. It's a little windy.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's actually especially good for us on the boat because we don't have all the solar stuff that we really need to power everything. But we do have a wind turbine, so the wind is blowing nice and it's keeping our batteries full.
So it's sunny, but there's a really good breeze, which is perfect. Let's see. Awa, any good Mexican food out there? There is one Mexican restaurant. I think it's been shut down for a little bit. I can't remember when it was open last. It's been shut down for a while. It's fine. It's good enough to scratch the itch of like a Mexican craving. But we could use some more.
Yes, it's definitely not bad. It's hard. We're being snobby on the Mexican food side because we've lived in proximity to such good Mexican food for so long, such a big portion of our lives, that it's really good food. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, it's not comparable to like a really good Mexican restaurant in like LA or San Diego. But honestly, I had like some tamales there that it, like you said, it scratched that itch so well. It was
Yeah.
really good.
And enchilada. I had an enchilada there that was really good too. Have you ever tried Filipino food? We have. So the church that we go to is an international ward that we go to, and so every once in a while we'll do like a cultural night where everybody brings food from their country or from where they're from, and so we've eaten some really good Filipino food there.
And like lumpia is one of the most popular
Yeah, it's
kind
true.
of mart foods you can get here. You can go to any mart and there's always good fresh lumpia. So we get a lot of that.
And those little meat sticks. I can't.
Like the kebabs, there's like these really good
Yeah.
pork kebabs that have like a Filipino like seasoning on them that we really like.
They're really good. Do you?
I've never seen Aboriginal food. I've never seen
No,
that here.
Not
really.
at all. If you're talking like Aboriginal as far as like from Australia, never.
I mean, we do have some Australian type food here, but it's not strictly Aboriginal. I mean, we've got meat pies and that's probably about it. We got
I
meat
know.
pies.
And some sausage rolls every once in a while you
Yeah.
can find.
Yeah, that's right.
So those are good. Actually, right here by our boat, there's a great, I can't remember, it's like the Marine gas station, but they make meat pies every day, so.
Hey, Andrew, thanks. Says Andrew's a new subscriber, and he's wondering if we ever shared when I got my tattoo and the rationale behind the particular design. Can't see the whole tattoo, but I have a tattoo that goes from here up my shoulder and around. I got it after we'd been here a little over a year, after I was really, really sold into the culture, and I started learning more about the importance of tattoos and the symbolism in the culture and what tattoos mean. That's when I decided to go ahead and get one, and I went out of my way to not get like a really traditional tattoo because I'm not ethnically Samoan, or you know, I'm definitely not racially Samoan, so I wanted to be sensitive to that, but I wanted to get something to kind of show that I was committed to the culture here, and I was committed to serving the people of Samoa in the capacity that I was here. So the design I got, I really left it up to the artist. I gave him some information about the things I like, the things that are important to me, and he put the elements together, and I told him I don't want to have a lot of input, I just want you to do the design that reflects that the best way and that is most appropriate for, you know, the position that I have here in American Samoa. And he put it together, and that's kind of how it was designed, and I'm super happy with it.
It looks good too.
Thanks.
All right, Sene Melly said, "Hey Kip, Tamatoa."
Toa?
Yeah, do you know what Tamatoa means?
No.
What's Tama?
Boy.
Boy. You remember what's Toa? Warrior. So you're a warrior boy.
What?
That's so cool. That's a good name for you, Kip.
Louis is asking if we can do a visit at the museum or an art show exhibition.
Boy?
Yeah, we'll find a way to do it. The museum has not been fully open and stocked with all this stuff. It's a pretty new museum here, so we're kind of waiting for that to be better. And there just haven't been a lot of events like art show exhibits or anything like that because of COVID. There hasn't been a lot of visitors here, or they haven't been able to bring in artists. So as they do more of those, I think that is something we'd like to cover more and show here.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see, there's another. How long does it take to receive your package from Amazon on Prime? Great question. I think they do the best job.
Amazon? I don't know. I don't use Amazon directly here because I can never find anything on Amazon that actually ships here.
But the stuff that does ship here, so Nate's mom always uses Amazon, and I swear the stuff she gets for the kids' birthdays always they always get here faster than the stuff that we get for the kids' birthdays. So.
But it's definitely not 2-day shipping.
Oh no.
Like
or
maybe
like
2-week shipping.
3 hour. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Are we living full time on the boat now? No, definitely not. We're not quite there. We're here because it is too windy to shoot this anywhere else.
And as soon as we're done here, we're going to be doing a lot of work on the boat today.
Yeah.
But
Today's a work day.
we're hoping in a couple of weeks to kind of do like a soft move onto the boat and just figure out what we need and what we need to still bring over. And then we'll be in a place where we can get rid of everything else and try to go full time on the boat.
Yeah, we're all excited about that.
Hey, Kathleen says hello from Cape Cod. Never been to Cape Cod, but I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah, I've heard great things about it.
See?
can we get an Aunu'u trip video? Funny, sad story there. We did an Aunu'u trip and video the whole thing and everything. We were getting ready to edit and put it up and everything. And then if you guys saw the video where Nate went out into like out past the breakers and we couldn't find him for a couple of hours and we were scared and everything, and in that video, in the experience, the GoPro that he had taken out with him was taken away.
I got rolled in the waves a couple of times, and I had the GoPro tucked in my pocket, and I thought it was like really tightly secured in there, and it just got ripped out of my pocket and was gone. We still haven't found it, and most of the video that we shot around Aunu'u was still on the GoPro, and we hadn't gotten it off yet, so we learned a hard lesson on that.
Yep.
But we are planning on making another trip out to Aunu'u pretty soon and doing even more than we did the first time. So we'll show the video on the way out there and the way back, do a little tour of Aunu'u, and we've got a friend out there that we're going to try to set it up that we can go do a big umu with him. So
Peter, actually, if you saw our more recent video where I went on a boat trip around Tutuila, Peter was the captain of the boat, and he's going to take us around and set up some fun things for us out there. One thing we're waiting for is just to get a new GoPro. So I don't remember, we ordered one and for some reason it didn't work out, so we had to order a different one, and so it's been a fun adventure to get a new GoPro out here.
Hey, our friend D's Nuts is logged on to say hi. He's my favorite comments on here that makes Melinda blush all the time. He always leaves the funnest comments. Thanks a lot for that.
Thank you.
Just remind.
Oh, Capisi the kid is on. Hey, Capisi. Always good to have you with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of our top commenters.
Who's Capisi?
Okay, so Elisa Cortez asks, any sushi available on island? And yes, we've got some really good sushi here. Again, right next to our boat here, there's a great sushi place. And then there are just some other places spread out around, more over into the Tapuna area on the west side that have some really good sushi and really good sashimi.
I mean, we're one of the tuna capitals of the world, so when it comes to sushi, sashimi really is like the top one that you get here. And we've got good sashimi, really, really reasonably priced, fresh sashimi around here. And I don't like fish, but I like sashimi. Hey, will you please stop bumping the table with your knees? You want sushi? Oh, I was asking about the Patreon. We did get Patreon set up. There's a link to it on most of our new videos, so go check it out. But that being said, no, I shouldn't say anything yet. Okay, we've got some other things. We're still researching some all of our options. But Patreon is up there, and big announcement pretty soon through our Patreon. Anybody who is a patron, one of the perks for being one of our patrons through Patreon is that you guys will be getting some patron exclusive merch, and it is almost ready, and so that'll be coming out soon. And for everybody else, we are working on other AmSam Fam merch that will be available through this YouTube channel and through our website soon too. And so if you are not on Patreon, signed up through Patreon yet and would like to, head on over there, and pretty soon you'll be getting some merch sent to you. Let's see. Well,
Marcus.
I like this. Mac Attack asking real quickly about capital gains tax rate here. We might have to do a whole video on those kinds of things. I don't know off the top of my head, but I like that question, and so I wanted to point that out.
It's a really good question. I do want to see. Oops, sit back, please. Marcus Hendy. It's about 1:28 here in England. Thank you for staying up to join us here. That's awesome.
Holy smokes. Really appreciate that. So those that joined us from India, it's got to be 3, 4 in the morning in India, right?
Yeah,
maybe even later.
Awesome. Thank you.
What's AmSam Fam? Big fan. Always tuning in. Thanks for your hard work. Really entertaining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Talofa Pete. What village are we staying at? Right now we live in Newly, but we are moving over to Pongo when we move into the boat. The name of the boat is, I think it's technically pronounced the Odil.
Odil, but we don't really like the way
Kinda
that sounds.
We
So
keep saying the Odil.
we call it the Odil.
And there have been questions about whether or not we're going to change the name of the boat. We were planning on it at first, but then we learned about the history of the boat and the fact that it's been named the Odil ever since it was created by these really world-class boat builders back in the 1970s. It's got a long history with that name, and I think we kind of appreciate the history and we'll probably keep the name.
Yeah, I think so.
Paul is asking about the incidence of the filariasis and the need for prophylaxis. I don't think there was an incidence of filariasis so much as it's like not no one in particular. It's just kind of we're prone to having that disease down here.
It is present.
Yeah, and so that's something that usually like once a year, once every couple of years, they have a big drive where they try to get everybody on the island to take the pills. So
they'll literally come around house to house, like knocking door to door, just to make sure every single person gets their pills. So it's the same thing, idea of herd immunity. The more people who aren't getting it, the less it's being spread around by the mosquitoes. So yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Are you two going to be permanently living in the boat? Yes, that's the whole reason for buying it. Is our whole family of 5 is going to be living here on the boat.
I was gonna say not just us two, all 5 of us. It'd be nice if it was just us two. We leave the kids at home. This can just be where we go to escape from the kids.
Oh man.
All right. Yay, moving to Pongo. Hey, TikTok challenges in the works. We need to lean on TikTok more. We do have a TikTok account and channel that we kind of had Hadley in charge of for a while. She's our kid that's in that generation that loves watching TikTok and doing stuff. So maybe we'll have to task her with getting back on top of that and
Yeah.
keeping us on TikTok. And then we'll try to do some fun challenges there.
Solomon asked Nate if you have a Matai name.
No, I don't. We'll see. Hopefully someday in the future. I think it'd be great. I would love to. And then I could get the proper tattoos, the tatau to show my position. But I don't yet, no.
We'll see, yeah. Real quick, before we go any further, I wanted to make sure to recognize we've talked about our Patreon channel before, and we have part of the deal is that if you sign up to be a patron, to pledge every month to support us that way, that we will give you a shout out in one of our videos. And we did have a new patron sign up recently, and so let's see, Sililo Wu Ching, you have been on here this whole time and you've been super active asking questions and making comments and everything. So shout out to you. Thank you so much for signing up to be one of our patrons. We can't tell you how much we appreciate. Like Nate was saying, we would make these videos anyway, but the support we get through Patreon and through the ads on our YouTube videos, they really make a difference in being able to ensure that I can take the time and that our family can take the time to keep making these videos. So thank you so much.
Yeah. I really fought the whole Patreon thing for a long time because I didn't feel like we needed people to we didn't want to be like begging money from people, but we had a lot of fans that were really asking if there's a way that they could contribute, and it's ended up being really helpful. We appreciate it because we put a lot of time. Melinda puts a lot of time and effort into it, and we bought a lot of camera equipment and stuff for this, and it's helped to offset some of those costs. So we appreciate the people that are willing to support us and kind of show us how important our videos are to you.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, what do we miss about the States besides the food? That's a great question because there's lots of food things. That's always the first thing I think of.
Definitely family.
Yeah,
is
family.
The biggest thing. Family and friends. Do you know what's weird? I never liked going on this, but I miss road trips. Like I miss being able to get into a car and drive like 75 miles an hour for 3 hours without stopping, or like I kind of miss that. It would be nice to go do a road trip just for like a week and then to come back to our island.
Well, when we went, so a few years ago, we took a trip over to Australia, and as we were getting ready and planning and everything, we're talking about what things we want to do while we're there. And I said, whatever else happens, I want to take a road trip, because it's just not something you can really do here, is get in a car and just drive for like days. And so we did. When we went to Australia, we drove from Sydney up to Brisbane and just took, 3 or 4 days, just taking our time and seeing some sights and stopping, and just had a great, great time. So road trips were definitely something we miss.
Yeah. I mean, the truth is, island fever is a real thing. You stay long enough here without getting off island, and you never drive more than 25, and you kind of start feeling a little like, all right, I need a little bit more open road space, and I need to go see some other rolling mountains for a while. And, yeah.
See, how would you compare American Samoa to Hawaii in terms of beauty and culture? That is a really great question that we are not qualified to answer. Neither of us, we've both flown through Honolulu to get here, and that's sadly the only experience we have in Hawaii. We are hoping one of these days, when borders open, to take a trip back to the mainland, and on the way there or on the way back, we would love to visit some of our family and friends who are in Hawaii, and so hopefully soon we'll be able to experience it more. But that would be, we don't have any personal input on that.
Leave a comment down below if you have good input on that.
For sure, yeah, definitely.
Miss Apolu 1, thank you so much for the invite to stay with them if we're ever in Melbourne.
Oh, thank you. We want to get down to Melbourne so badly. We've heard amazing things about it. So next time we go to Australia. Last time we went from Sydney up. Next time we want to go from Sydney down. Melbourne, maybe Tasmania, and go check out some of the other parts of Australia.
Thanks for joining us from Australia.
Yeah. Let's see. Are you guys interested in making pranking videos? That's a good question. Our kids are very, very interested. We've actually suggested, I don't know if it's going to happen, we've suggested to our kids to start a second YouTube channel, kind of like a sister channel with ours. And maybe Ann Sam Fan Kids or something, and that would be more of the fun kind of pranks, and they love those kind of videos where it's challenges and that kind of stuff. And not that it would just be the kids, our whole family would be involved, but kind of some of those more fun and, I don't know, silly kind of videos. We might do some here, but
I'll just pledged as a new patron just right now. Thanks so much.
So
really
much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Some other good questions here. Oh, so actually I want to point this out. Solomon up above suggested that we have a pastor come and bless the bow. That is an absolutely wonderful idea. I think that would be great to do, and we would love to even film as much as we could of that while being respectful to kind of the process there. But thank you for that idea.
Yeah, thank you. It's a really good idea. We used to do that kind of thing when we would move into a new house when we were on the mainland, but I don't know why we haven't done it here. So.
Mocha, aloha. Hi. RR asks if COVID ever reached American Samoa. It has not. We still have not had a single confirmed case of COVID here. There have been a couple little scares that ended up being false positives but we have not actually had a case here yet, so knock on wood.
I know, we've got lots of wood around us.
And we've got one of the highest vaccination rates in the whole nation right now, so we have a good chance of not having a single case here until we get to our kind of herd immunity point. And then any cases we'll have will be not nearly as scary.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's see, UN Talfete. Do you guys know the Jamily TV family? We have communicated with them a lot online, but we were making plans to go visit, but then things changed in their lives and they moved back to the mainland. So hopefully we'll be able to meet them someday, but no, not personally.
While we've been a little bit more active on YouTube, has been kind of during this COVID thing, and so we haven't had the ability to go over there. So we get a lot of questions and comments on our videos saying that we should go over to Upolu and to Savaii and go check those out and do videos. We can't wait to do that. We would love to. Problem is we couldn't get a flight over there even if we wanted to right now. So
we can even take our boat over there if we wanted to.
Yeah.
The borders are closed between the two Samoas.
But as soon as they open up, we're planning on going over and shooting some good videos
Absolutely. Oh, we can't wait to. We haven't been over to Samoa since we started the channel, so there's so much, lots more potential for more videos over there. That'll be a lot of fun.
Good question about which high school that we're thinking of taking our kids to. Hadley's going into high school
not next year,
next
the following
year after next. And the school that she'll be going to is Samoa High School, which is right over here next to Pongo and Utule.
So it's really close to the boat. Anybody who went to Samoa, let's hear it. Go ahead and give it a shout out.
Yeah.
We know there's a lot of alumni who have who were from Samoa. We've seen you on other videos before.
Nothing against the other high schools. They're all awesome here.
Yeah, this one is going to be the closest to us and just the most convenient for us. Let's see. RR in 1918, no Spanish flu also. That's true. In 1918, when Spanish flu was sweeping around the world and killing so many back then, same story. American Samoa closed the borders. And they never got a single case of Spanish flu then either. So it worked then and it's working now.
Yeah.
All right, we got Go Sharkies. Yeah. I didn't know. That must be the mascot for Samoa.
Samoa Sharks.
That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, the Jamley TV family is back in Michigan, unfortunately.
I wouldn't want to be in Michigan right now. Well, right now might not be bad.
Unfortunately, because it was so cool that they were over in Samoa. But, you know, we don't blame anybody for making the choice that's right for their family.
For sure.
Our PayPal name, we do have PayPal, would just be nlclayville@gmail.com. It's my email address too, I guess. But
if anybody wants to get a hold of Nate personally.
Yeah, if you want to. Are there any Black Americans out there in American Samoa? There are a couple. We've got a couple friends here that are African American that actually both of them that we know have married Samoan girls and have moved out here and are raising their children out here and doing great in the culture out here. It's funny because, I mean, there are, you know, African Americans, there are some Asian Americans. And it's funny, anybody that is like not Samoan, we're all just Palangi at that point. Like we all just kind of fit together, and it is cool about being here is that like there doesn't feel like the big racial divide is Samoan or non-Samoan. Yeah, but if you're, you know, if you're non-Samoan, it kind of doesn't matter what you are. Yeah. We're all just Palangi at that point.
Let's see. How do school districts work when living on water? LOL. I haven't asked. We're just going to keep sending our kids to school. Shh. Somebody might come looking now. Oh.
We're not trying to be sneaky.
No,
or do anything
I
wrong.
just hadn't even considered that.
I think that what's funny is we're moving from one side of the school that the kids go to the other side of it, but I think that we're still in the same school district. So.
Yeah. You're going to get a lot of emails today.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Well, so this is a great question by Hamo Juice 684 about if we have any favorite Samoan songs. What are some translated lyrics that hit the feels? We've tried and we've done such a poor job at learning Samoan. There is one song that they always sing, like when I used to go to like the governor's cabinet meetings, like the whole cabinet would sing the song. And it's like a song, I don't think it's a church song or a religious song, but it's one that I hear pretty frequently, and I couldn't even tell you what it was, and so this isn't a very helpful answer. And I don't know the translation to it, but it's like the most beautiful song, and so every time I hear it, I get excited. Gosh, when I figure out what it is, I'll let everybody know. I'll put a comment on this video.
That's a good idea. Let's see.
Oh, you know, this is funny. This doesn't count as a Samoan song, but I ran across some like 90s Samoan hip-hop rap stuff, and it's like King Kapisi is who I found, and I've like been really down with King Kapisi. I've been really enjoying his stuff. I feel like extra islandy when I like drive down the road and I'm like blaring King Kapisi music, and it's really like whitewashed Samoan music, so sorry. I don't know if it counts.
All right, do we have Yelp here or Uber Eats? What's that? No, I'm just kidding. No.
We don't have really any of those things. There might be Yelp.
Yeah, not many of the businesses here are online. Because everybody it's all just word of mouth, and Facebook is really big here, like Facebook marketplace groups and that kind of thing. Those are really big here, but there are definitely some businesses that are online, but the majority aren't.
And definitely none of like the big tech company things. So we're not getting Uber. There's no Teslas driving around here either. No. You know, we're down.
Our kids saw one electric car a while back, and they were so excited. They ran up to the owners. Is this really an electric car? And they were so excited to ask them questions.
Bye, Nai.
Bye. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We've been on here for a while, so if anybody has to go, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to say it again. Thank you so much for being a part of this whole experience. When we first started this YouTube channel, we were brand new to video and to the YouTube world. I mean, we've been watching it for years, but to making it ourselves. And so it's been a journey for us, and we are just so grateful for everybody who's been a part of the journey with us, and for everybody who continues to be a part of our journey, and especially an active part of the journey, from giving thumbs ups for our videos and commenting in our videos and interacting. We try to get to all of the comments and questions that you guys post to our videos. Sometimes we get a little bit behind, but we always read them all, and we just love all the interaction that we get to have with all of you that we can't interact with in person. Online is the next best thing. So anybody who has to go, thank you. We love you all, and just we'll keep on making these videos as long as you guys keep watching them.
Yeah, thank you for your support. Back into a couple of these. These nuts asked up above what we think about Stewie finally getting the boot from Samoa. This is a harder one for us because I think the politics of Samoa don't impact American Samoa as directly as you think that they would. That being said, it's been interesting watching and following it. It hasn't been impacting us on a daily basis here in any way, but it's exciting what's happening over there. And now that I think that there have been some court rulings that have opened up the way, so Samoa is going to have its first female prime minister, and I think that that's always an exciting thing to be able to see its progress in one way or another, and it shows that Samoa is ready to take one more step forward in terms of opening themselves up and being a little bit more equitable. Not that I don't think that they're really bad that way. Some people may have differing opinions on that, but it's just exciting anyways. It's just like, if we had our first United States president that was female,
it'd be awesome.
We'd
be excited about it.
We now have our first vice president that's female, and regardless of where you side with them politically, it's cool to see a first. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, it definitely feels like a step in a good direction. So Nate, what's your favorite store?
My favorite store? It's changed a little bit. When we first got here, I really liked Tropic Traders because I'm really into spearfishing, and it was like the place I can go get my bands and stuff. So that was like my favorite store to go to. But I love Forest Grins. I think Forest Grins to me is the store on island that it's like a treat to go to Forest Grins. You can go there and get like a treat candy thing. They've got like the nicer, cooler clothes. You can go get the really good Tanoa gear there. So.
And everybody there, we've been here long enough, and we go often enough that I think the employees know us, and they're just so friendly and great there. Yeah.
Hey, Tom Mattel, thanks for being a new subscriber to our channel.
Awesome, yeah, thank you.
How the gas price over here right now? Not good. It's not as bad as California, but it's probably worse than like Oklahoma, I guess. So it's worse than North Dakota or Texas. If you look at the national average price of a gallon of gasoline for the United States, we're almost always like 25 cents higher than that, and I think that's kind of stood. So it's not wonderful, but we're managing. Fortunately, if you're smart about the way you drive here, it's not a big island, so you can get around without using too much gas.
Let's see. Our van life here is blowing up. Can't wait to see the boat remodeling process. Yeah. Van life is something that always interested us. Also, Hadley already talks about when she graduates and moves out on her own, she's going to live in a van that she, redoes herself and everything. So van life sounds cool to us too. Have you met YouTuber Tracy Porotisano? Yeah, she's actually one of our neighbors.
Yeah, we
She's
love
great.
Tracy. We talked to her quite a bit when we were starting up and got some advice from her, and we love the content she's still putting out.
Yeah, absolutely. She does a lot of good work here on the island too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you think you will become a tour guide when COVID ends? Have viewers said they plan on visiting you guys? Lots and lots of people say that they plan on visiting here when the borders open up. As far as being tour guides, I don't know. We haven't specifically talked about this with each other. Personally, I don't love the idea of making a business out of it, just because when somebody comes, like if we go out and, not right now during COVID, before COVID, if we were out and we would see people we didn't know or something, and we'd get talking with them and find out they're here visiting, we'd love to just say, oh, hey, you've got to check out this place. I'm free on Thursday or whatever. You should come with us. And I don't know. I would, personally, I like just taking somebody out just friendly and not as a business transaction.
There are some really good tour companies here already.
Yeah.
And there's maybe not enough business to throw another one in, so I think we would rather kind of help connect people with the right tour companies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So not at this point, at least. Travel booking. Again, it's something that, I don't know about you, I've thought about, but same thing, we've got some travel agencies here on island, and they could, especially right now, they could use the business, and so, but yeah, same thing, we would be happy to point you guys in the direction of good travel agencies too.
Yeah. We got a question about if we ever got our solar hooked up yet. Okay, here's the embarrassing truth about that is, like, I've been really slow about pulling the trigger on that. For one thing, I've just been having to learn about solar and electricity and how it all works together. And every week I learn something new that makes me think I need to rethink the whole system again a little bit. But probably the biggest thing is that it's so hard to have anything shipped here when it comes to batteries or solar. You can't really just get it shipped through the postal service. You kind of have to have everything shipped to like a freight forwarder. And so we're working on getting a freight forwarder set up, and we'll get that finally done pretty soon here, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully. Robin asks if there are any non-stop flights to the U.S. mainland. Absolutely not. No, everything goes through Hawaii or through Samoa. You can come through Tonga, but right now those aren't going right now. But when COVID isn't shutting us down, they do have some flights through Tonga too.
Yeah. Ayeto. Someone wrote Ayeto. Does that have to do with, Ayeto means eagle, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Eagle.
Oh, okay, so well here. So somebody, let's see, Posse Suava asked, "What's you guys' favorite Fautasi boat?" And so I think these are Aito and Malapasi, I'm guessing is another one. I'm ashamed to say we don't have one. We don't have a horse in that race, so.
Well, this last year they canceled the Fautasi races, right? Because of
2 years in a row now
2 years
because
in
of
a row?
COVID, and so I don't know. I know, yeah, it's been too long since we've had any Fautasi to watch.
EJ is asking if we've posted the Manua trip content. Here's the deal with the Manua trip is we went out to Manua and spent a little over a week out there really enjoying ourselves.
Loved it.
Before we started this channel, so
know.
we didn't capture content out there like we did now that we have this channel going.
So we got a lot of pictures, but it's hard to make a really great video out of just pictures.
Yeah.
But we want to really badly get back out there. So we will have Manua videos coming, but we don't have any of the content yet. Any more Umu videos? Yes. Speaking of which, yes, we are planning another one, and this time we have asked for some local help to make sure it's not a complete failure. So yeah, watch for that. Hopefully that'll be coming really soon.
Have we taken the boat out yet? No, not yet. Not really. We've motored around the harbor to kind of turn the boat around and do a couple of things. We've got a couple things that have to be done on the boat before it's really ready to go out into the open ocean. Mm-hmm. We've got to get some of the electronic stuff ready so that we have reliable radios that we need to be able to communicate with, and then we need to move a few more things back on the boat and get a few things sorted, and then we'll take it out and do a couple of little trips, and you better believe that we'll record it and share that experience when that happens.
Yeah, definitely. We're excited about that.
Should go try rolling.
I'm not sure what
that is either.
Elaborate, please. What is rolling? Was suggested that Nate try rolling, so tell us what that is.
Probably rowing.
Oh, rowing. Okay.
I should try rowing. You know, here's my only thing with rowing. I don't want to say anything bad. I'm sure it's amazing, but everything I've heard about rowing, people are like, it's a great workout. You work so hard, but I'm the kind of guy, if I go out rowing, it's because I'm gonna be like going out there and just enjoying the pretty view and taking my time, and that is like rowing here when in a Fautasi or in one of the smaller outriggers. It's not like a pleasure cruise at all. It's like a hard workout, like you're like head down, pushing hard.
If you stop at all, I went out one time. If you like take even the smallest break, come on, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, I'm not like what is it called, like running, and I'm not like
an endurance athlete.
Yeah. That's not my thing. Okay.
Nate, say my name, please. Go for it, Nate.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
You asked for it.
Inoue Matautia.
Did he get it right? I think it sounded right.
Matautia doesn't seem too bad. It's the first one. I'm really sorry about your first name. Yeah, D's nuts. I think that's the first thing that came to my mind too.
Okay, let's see. We've got a request for a Samoan food mukbang. Yeah, after our last burger and fries taste test, quite a few people suggested a Samoan food mukbang, and that sounds like a lot of fun. We are definitely going to work on that. Sounds great. We love the idea of Samoan mukbang.
We think we'll probably make a 2-part video when we do a next big umu. One will be just doing the umu, that whole experience, and then we'll do a second video where we do a big mukbang with all the food that we made in the umu.
Eat it all. Sounds good to us. Let's see. Will you take boating classes? There aren't boating classes here, and we can't get anywhere where there are boating classes. But we've got a lot of people. Okay, we've got quite a few people here who are experienced sailors, and they are all super nice and super willing to be helpful, and have all offered to help us out and to take us out and to show us the ropes and everything.
Hey, girl.
Hadley just got home from school. Want to pull that hair back and join us?
Scooch over here, kid. Come say hi to everybody. You're on video. Say hi.
Hi.
She's eating a gummy worm.
All right. I think that means you got the name right.
Good,
Nice job,
good.
Nate.
Thanks.
All right. Direct flights to Australia would really help the economy, help tourism, and add travel options for the locals. Am I right in assuming airfares are super high if Hawaiian Airlines is the only option?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's exceptionally high. That is one of the biggest problems that the tourism industry has here is they can offer great packages, they can offer beautiful scenery, we can offer world-class culture here, but it's so much more expensive than just flying to Hawaii. I mean, you can go from the east coast of the U.S. to Hawaii for a couple $100s if you find a good deal.
Yeah.
But once you get to Hawaii, it's going to cost you another $2,000 round trip to come to American Samoa. So that's so hard to get people to be able to. You really have to be invested in coming here for family or for work, or because you've got some other big objective or goal that you need to come here for. So that is a problem.
So there was talk for a while of opening up a direct flight from between here and New Zealand, which would be awesome. And I think that was in talks. They were talking about it up until COVID, and with COVID and everything, there have been no flights anyway. But yeah, I mean, we can keep our fingers crossed that that could be an option one of these days. Hallie, Grandma Molyneux says hi.
Hi, Grandma Molyneux.
I like this question, asking if the kids like to play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Dad likes to play Fortnite, and the kids like to, except we had some phone things. We had to reset some phones, and now that because Apple and Fortnite have a fight, we can't get it again on our devices.
So they're all, I don't, but they're all really sad that they can't get Fortnite anymore.
And then Awa asks if a lot of people are living on boats out here in the harbor. There are a few, not a lot, but a few out here. When it wasn't COVID, we had a lot more people that were coming in to visit that were in the harbor. They'd come in for a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. And but that's not happening anymore. So there's really just a few of us. We do have our neighbors right next to us. There's another small Palangi family that they've got some young kids and they're living on their boat. So that's kind of fun. But most of the rest of the people living on boats are just couples or people living on their own out here. Most of them just Palangis.
Yeah. Hey, Hallie, by the way, please don't bump the table because it bumps the video. Sorry. If you guys keep seeing our video bump.
Hey, Awa says, hey, baby girl.
Hello. Hallie's going to have a little after-school snack. Nobody wants to watch that, so.
Tonic Clones is asking if we have taxis out here. Yeah, a lot of taxis.
Yeah.
It's a good way to get around.
Hola, amigos. ¿Cómo están? Talofa Maui. I don't know what the last word is.
I love the combination of
I
languages
know,
there.
Spanish and Samoan. Gracias and fafatai.
Gracias, lava.
Okay, cool. All right. Let's see.
So we're at 2 o'clock now. We should wrap this up here in a few minutes. Maybe let's take the last few questions.
Yeah, okay, here's a good one. Is there a Mormon temple in Samoa? In Samoa, yes. Right there in Apia, they have a temple there. But there has been one announced here, and it is going to be, the building process is starting soon. So we do belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and that is something we are really, really excited to be able to have here on the island.
Who asked if you ever tried the Alawau Tuai or the
Asu
Tuai hikes?
Hattie and I did Alawau Tuai, and it was crazy and it was awesome, and I would love to go do it again. We have not done the Asu Tuai, that's Massacre Bay. We also would love to do that one, and honestly, once we get this boat heading out, I would love to take the easy way around too sometime and sail over there also. But yeah, we'd love to give that one a try. And I want to take the rest of the family on the Alawau Tuai hike.
Hey, Renee, Sua, thank you for the congratulations on hitting 10,000 subscribers. If you've just joined us in this video recently, that's what the main purpose of this video is we're doing a live to say thank you and to celebrate hitting 10,000 subscribers. And thank you so much for everybody that helped us to get here.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, do either of you play Words with Friends? I remember I used to. I haven't in a long time. Is that what I used to play?
We used to have time to play games on our phones, and then we did this thing called buying a boat and starting a YouTube channel, and now we don't have any time to do that. We've become very lame since all that.
Very focused. All right, how much longer will you be in Samoa? Great question. We get asked that question a lot, and the answer is still, we don't know. We don't have any plans to leave because we just love it here. So until we get kicked out, hopefully that won't happen. But no, we don't have any plans to leave.
Are there Latinos in American Samoa?
Yeah, same thing. There are some. Definitely.
Not as many. You definitely don't see quite as many Latinos here, but
I've got one of my best friends here is half Mexican, so yeah. Yes, Samoa is an awesome place to live. I agree. 100%. Oh, good.
Is there much of a cultural difference between American Samoa and Samoa?
Not that I noticed.
I think that like anybody that is like actually culturally Samoan would disagree with that. I haven't noticed a huge difference. Like most of the high level parts of the culture are the same between the two for the most part. Like the Matai system or the system of chiefs and just the devotion to family and religion, and a lot of those things are very, very similar. But I bet you there's a lot of nuances that we probably don't pick up.
Yeah.
That's a great thing for people to comment about and let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Shawa. You guys have a great evening. Congratulations again on the 10K.
Yeah, thanks for subscribing and for being a
Absolutely.
patron. We really appreciate that.
And guys, so we did a live for 5K and we've done a live for 10K. Next step, 15K. Will, help us get there. Keep sharing our video. Keep interacting. Again, like I said, the thumbs up, the comments, all of those things help YouTube know that to promote our video so it gets out to more people. The way I feel about American Samoa is it's a collection of small islands that can't accommodate everybody coming, but I feel like everybody should be able to know about American Samoa. We didn't know much about it before we came here. And so, I mean, luckily we came here anyway, even not knowing much about it, but it's such an amazing place that we just instantly, but even more so, have really grown to love. And it's a place that, if I had it my way, everybody would know about American Samoa and make a choice for themselves if it's the kind of place they'd like to come see. And so the more people that we can get these videos out to, the more people can know about it and decide if it's the kind of place they'd love to come and experience and be able to see for themselves.
Hey, we had a question a little bit earlier about if we'd ever been out to Whangatele Bay in Leone. We have, and we have a video on it. So check out our video where we went and we hiked to Whangatele Bay and we went swimming and snorkeling and had a great day out there.
Yeah, that's right. And then the boat tour that I took a while back too, that was one of the places that we stopped. And so we've got a little video from me snorkeling around there on that one too. I think you guys are just all so great and so sweet. I wanted to hit this one real quick. There was a question about the healthcare system here. We've gotten lots of questions about that the whole time we've been doing this channel, and up until now we haven't had a lot of experience with it ourselves. But this experience we had with Kip, being going through surgery and being hospitalized for a few days, has given us some of that personal experience. And I've got to tell you, it was mostly me who was there at the hospital with Kip. Nate stayed with Hadley and Holden and helped them with their schooling and everything. And so for me, it was really eye-opening because you hear rumors and, everybody's got a story to tell about their experience. But I have just got to tell you that I was completely impressed by our experience there at LBJ Hospital, at the medical center there. The staff was amazing. They were kind, they were friendly, they were helpful, they were professional. Everything was done and handled, in such a clean and, professional way that I was very, very impressed. Even with Kip, he was hurting, he was in pain, he was uncomfortable. I had to use my own patience, in interacting with him. And all of the staff there were so patient and friendly and helpful for him too. That, it was incredibly affordable. We went to the ER and he had an X-ray. He was hooked up to an IV. He had surgery. We were in the hospital. Recovery. We were in the hospital for 4 days.
Yeah.
And all of that it came to a total of, I think, $120, like total. And so that to me, between the kind of service that we got there and the kind of care that he received and that price tag on it, that it was, yeah, I've got a really high opinion of LBJ Hospital and all the staff there.
Got a lot of comments and questions out here too. One of them I want to point out was Dino Santelli has mentioned a couple of times that you lived out here in the 70s, I think, in Coconut Point in the 70s.
Oh, cool.
Which is really cool. Thanks for sharing that.
I would love to have seen it back then.
Yeah, you'll have to make sure to somehow send us some pictures of what it looked like back then. We'd love to see
definitely.
Coconut Point in the 70s.
If anybody, because you can't, through YouTube, you can't do a lot of, I mean, you can't send pictures or images or anything. But that is one option through the Patreon platform that you can share pictures and stuff. But even more simple than that, you can get a hold of us through our email. It's melinda@amsamfam. If there's ever anything you want to share with us, or stories or pictures from when you used to live here, we would love to see it.
Or tag us. We're AmSamFam on Instagram and Facebook.
Absolutely.
So that's a good way to get a hold of us.
It would be awesome to see it, all those.
To the top, new subscriber. Thanks so much for subscribing.
Yes, thank you.
Love having you with us.
Oh, cool. My son was born in LBJ Hospital. Bill was $2. See, that's incredible to me. That's so affordable.
Yeah. Robin Bowles has asked, Nate, you changed jobs, right? No longer with the territorial government. I've changed a couple of times recently. So we came here with the territorial government, and I moved over to one of the local banks. And a little over a month ago, I left the local bank, and now I have my own consulting firm doing consulting in economics and finance and small business consulting. So yeah, that happened recently.
Yeah. There was another one. Let's see, where was it? Somebody asked if we could do some if we could do some Ansem fan t-shirts and coffee mugs. People will buy anything. Yes, that is, we're working on that right now. Those kinds of things will be available through our Patreon platform soon, and then we will get some of that stuff on our website also.
Great. Let's see.
Yeah, so somebody pointed out here, Marie Lee, there's a Facebook group page called American Samoa Through the Years. A lot of AS history is posted there. Yes.
That's been a fun page.
Yeah,
we've
that's been
enjoyed
awesome.
looking through that too.
It's been really cool. And if you're here on island, if you go to the public library here in Utule, they always have a bunch of historical old pictures, old photographs posted on the walls there. That's fun to go look through.
Tonic Clones, I think you've asked a couple times now if we know the Mangeo family in Samoa. I don't. No, but we'll keep our eyes open for them.
Your mom. What? New job and you didn't tell me?
Sorry, Mom. I'll call you later.
Oh.
Watch you from Australia.
Marita Lata, hey.
Thanks. Call your mother. Okay, Mom, I will, I promise.
Okay. Oh my gosh. These nuts, you're nuts.
Yeah. You're a funny guy.
Awesome.
Florence, that's a fun idea to do a video for Fangatongo. It's like such a popular place. There's not necessarily like a beach to go to in Fangatongo, so that makes it a little bit harder. But it's like a cultural meeting place and a central hub of the island here where so much happens. So we really do need to do kind of a video just walking around and showing Fangatongo. The evening time they play like rugby out on the big field out there, and during the week now that it's so crazy at the post office, it's like one of those places on the island. It's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Minnesota, thanks for that's MN Island for Minnesota Island. Thanks for joining us.
All right, a couple questions asking about phones. So distance calls to the U.S. and do you use online phone to call Mom? Yeah, basically we do it through Google Voice.
Yeah, we use Google Voice. We have numbers. When we moved here, we kept the numbers that we had both had for a decade. we ported them to Google Voice, and we can just call over that to call back to the States. You can use the local SIM cards here to call the States, but it's kind of like a long distance call, and it charges quite a bit more. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the
You can
rate
buy
is.
you can buy little plans where it's like $2, and then you can call the States all day long or something like that. I think if you want to for that day, but we don't. We just use the online phone service.
All right.
No dollar stores here, tonic clones.
No. How is the housing market there? Do you guys rent or buy? We do not buy, so that is one, I think, special thing about American Samoa is that you have to be at least 50% Samoan to be able to own land here. And so, no, neither of us are any percent Samoan, and so can never be an option, which is actually one of the reasons why we decided to buy our boat, because we can't own land here. We like the idea of owning a home, and so this was a way we could kind of get around that, is by buying and owning our boat and living here in the harbor.
Great question.
Cool.
Do you know? I didn't know Uti or Larry Gandhi. So yeah, sorry to hear they're passing.
It's cool. Uti was a Samoan princess.
Oh.
Cool. Tonic clones. Awesome. Said you're going to sub. We would love it.
Thanks so much.
Make sure to hit that bell so you don't miss our future videos.
That's the YouTuber thing to say.
I know.
Don't forget to ring that bell.
Oh, sorry. I didn't say ring.
Yeah.
Smash the like, and I don't know. All right.
Too smart for you apes. Great screen name. Love it. It asks if we were to estimate how much we pay a month on bills, groceries, rent, etc. I would say we probably spend. So rent, we were paying about $600 a month, and it was just kind of a small 2-bedroom beach bungalow. But I think that was a pretty good price that we got for that. We don't have any car payments. We spend for a vehicle, it's about $150 a year on insurance. Gas, we probably spend no more than $200 a month on gas. That's tops.
Yeah, I think that's
absolute tops if we do a lot of driving.
Tops.
Groceries are probably our biggest spending category, and I'll bet we spend, depending on the month, between $500 and $1,000 a month on groceries. Just kind of like a rough estimation.
If you haven't noticed by other comments we've made, we're neither of us are really great cooks,
so we eat out sometimes too.
Well, we go with processed food way too often, like processed convenience. You know, like it's easy to grab it at the store, put it into, and it's ready in 10 minutes or whatever.
We spend a couple $100 a month eating out probably, and get good quality food for that, I feel like. But it's
utilities, it's usually what, $150 to $200
but we don't have air conditioning, so that's why we don't have we don't use propane or natural gas at our home, and we don't have air conditioning, so we're about $200 a month. Most people we know with air conditioning are at least $400 a month, if not more. So there's a quick rundown. We also have a lot of videos on the cost of living in American Samoa, so go check those out too, and we'll try to keep those updated and add new videos to that.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we said a couple more, and you guys are like pouring the questions in now. But that's all right. We love it. Let's see. So we had a few.
The people of American Samoa get their stimulus.
Oh yeah.
They've been coming out, and every place around here is so packed. You can't get into Carl's Jr. anymore.
Yeah, places are packed, and shelves, like things are flying off of shelves faster than they can be restocked. Elisa Cortez says, I wonder if a trampoline park would do good there.
We've joked about that because those were big in the States before we got here, and
it's fun to drop your kids off. And
yeah, but we were talking about how we would hate to own that trampoline park here because everything just disintegrates here.
Yeah.
And like the really heavy salt air, you know,
and
like
rust
and so you'd be like constantly having like springs rusting and stuff. Even in air conditioning, I don't think it would last all that well.
I think it would be very popular, but yeah, I think it would be constant replacing. And
yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That might be a great business idea.
Yeah, we've got a friend who had some of them over in the mainland, and I always kind of wondered if he would start one up here, but let's see. Are there cryptocurrency regulations there? I don't know. Do you know?
No special regulations here. Nothing. It really hasn't been addressed. It's kind of an area that nobody's thought much about here. It says we should grow a little garden and go fishing. It would cut the cost and it's healthier.
You're right.
Yeah,
on both accounts.
You are right. We only a few of us like fish in the family, so that's harder to do. And the gardening we've tried and failed pretty miserably. But fortunately, we have a lot of friends that are really good at gardening and that really understand how to do.
Yeah.
So this is big. This has been a big revolution in American Samoa, as they've gone from just regular gardening to there's been a big push to do a lot more
greenhouses.
Well, greenhouses and specifically, it's the
aquaponics.
So hydroponics. Hydroponics, which has all of a sudden made it so much more affordable to buy good, fresh greens.
Yeah.
So we've been leaning on that quite a bit more too.
You've heard us mention Tutuila Greens. It's a business here that they provide salads and lettuce, kale, wraps, sandwiches, and so no, we're not growing it ourselves, and it's not saving us any money, but it's helped us eat healthier, and we love them.
John Tafau, thanks for the congratulations on hitting 10,000 subscribers.
Yes, thank you to all of you.
Do we ever get into stocks? I do a lot. I have a portfolio, and that's actually one of our income sources. We make enough off of kind of managing our own stock portfolio thing that's one of the ways that we can afford to live. And one of the reasons I could open up my own firm and kind of take that risk is that we have a little bit of income coming from that source. So that is something we do, and not something I'll probably talk much about because I don't ever want to be the reason that anybody gets into that.
Oh. It can,
it can be a really big blessing or a really awful curse to put your money into stocks.
Yeah,
so.
it has been both to us throughout the history of us investing money with, through the stock market. So.
Ben Sycamore, this is a great question. If we pay federal taxes, and are there territorial taxes that we pay? The cool thing about living here in American Samoa is any income that we make from the work we do in the territory is taxed by the territory, and you can get an income tax exclusion for federal taxes. So I also do a lot of consulting for outside of the territory, and I do have to pay federal taxes on that. We have to submit our federal taxes every year, but for the portion that we made here in the territory, we can claim an exclusion on that, so we only pay the local territorial tax on it. So the local territorial taxes are not, they're kind of high, so it's not the best advantage to being here in a territory, but it beats paying both federal and state. We get to kind of replace it for some of those taxes, and I think it ends up being fairly beneficial in the end.
It's helpful. Yeah. Let's see.
And no Teslas on the island. Not that I've seen. I think I would recognize one. I don't think the Teslas are actually that beneficial here in American Samoa because electricity is so expensive. It's like 25 cents per kilowatt hour, and so I think that starts to undo the benefit of owning an electric car.
Well, and all the electricity here is made from oil that's brought in. And so you're still, it's not beneficial to your pocketbook, and it's not beneficial to the environment.
Yeah, the majority of the electricity here is from
that's true.
It's from burning. It's like it's a high efficiency diesel, is what they burn to do that.
Are there massage therapy and other holistic jobs available? There are definitely massage. What do you call them?
Therapists?
Places. Yeah, massage therapists. Like you can go get a massage, and here. There are traditional Samoan healers, fofo, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong with that, but I believe they're called fofo. And so they definitely, there is a holistic traditional medicine and healing here. As far as jobs, I don't know. That's a great question. It's not a big business like you might find in the States or somewhere, but it's definitely present here.
That's what I was sipping on. It's just our sparkling apple cider that we use to celebrate our 10,000 subscribers.
I told you we were going to be popping some bubbly. We're just
Yeah.
popping sparkling cider bubbly.
Oh, this is a great question. Too Smart for You Apes, still my favorite screen name so far, asked if we have any family from the mainland that's visited us. We've had a couple of family members that have come and visited us, which we really appreciate because it's so expensive to get here. But Melinda's sister came and spent a whole month with us, which was really fun.
Great.
And Melinda's cousin actually lives over in Hawaii, and he works for Hawaiian Airlines, and he was able to come over with his wife and spend a little time with us too.
Yeah, right before they had a baby, so we haven't met their new baby yet, but.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw a comment.
By the way, it's 2:24. We've been at this for an hour and 24 minutes. I think in 6 minutes we'll wrap up to keep this at an hour and a half, so it doesn't go too far.
Sounds good.
No alcohol, come on, man. Sorry, we don't drink alcohol. I know. Elaine Hunter, thanks so much for following us this week. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, with this little rise in our subscribers recently, we've had lots of people saying, I just found your channel and I've been binge watching all your videos, and we'd love to hear that. That is so flattering and so humbling to think that people like our videos that much. So thank you everybody, whether you've been with us since, when did we start this, in 2019? Or if you've been with us, if you just subscribed today during this live, thank you all for being here with us.
Yeah. Hey, Demerval, I believe is how you say your name, from Brazil. Thanks so much for joining us. That's awesome.
Brasilia.
Yeah. Oh,
We've been wanting to.
yeah, so Sola just said that we should need to go far east and check out Oninoa. We actually have a friend from Oninoa that we're working with, setting up a time to go out there and check out Oninoa and get some information on some of the history of the village and the myths and stories and all these fun things from the village. It's a really neat village, about as far as you can go east. So we're looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, definitely. Any mansions on the island, or who owns the biggest house there? I don't know what the biggest house is.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. There are some big houses on the island, but I don't know anything that you would call like a mansion.
Not like Beverly Hills mansions or like.
But it's also possible that we're just not cool enough to get invited to the big cool parties at the big houses.
If you know anybody who has a mansion and wants to throw a party and invite us, we would totally come.
Hey, hello from Orlando, Florida. Hi, Orlando, Florida.
Okay, have you guys checked out Matatula? Y'all should take that hike. Matatula, I don't know, are you referring to Tula, like out on the east side? We've definitely been out there, and we've gone to the weather station up there. So if Matatula is something different, let us know. We're always up for a good hike.
Hey, Just V, about thank you for the congratulations, and reading them on Google Statistics about how American Samoa has only had one positive COVID case. I'm actually happy to report that we've had 0 actual COVID cases. We've actually had a couple of them now that have been false positives, but no actual COVID cases here in American Samoa.
Yeah, there were some like historic, I think is what they're called, cases where a person has had COVID, and so with a certain test it can test positive, but they're not actually positive, and so if you use this other test it comes out negative. And so no actual COVID positive tests here.
Last state or territory in the U.S. No COVID.
That's right. Let's see. You guys are awesome. I enjoyed the grocery shopping. Thank you.
Watching from West Bank. Very cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. How does American Samoa compare to Hawaii? Somebody asked that earlier, and the problem is we haven't really spent any time in Hawaii, and so we're hoping to one of these days be able to go hop over there and spend some time over there. We've got some friends and family over there, and so hopefully soon we'll be able to answer that question a little bit better.
And Sola clarified she's talking about the mountain over by the weather station.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
we've done that hike a few times. That's a fun place.
Beautiful out on that point there.
Yeah. Good workout too, because it's straight up and down those stairs.
Holden and I, they held a fun run where we started at the elementary school there in Tula, and we ran up, down the stairs to the point, back up the stairs, and back to the elementary, and that was a heck of a run. But a lot of fun.
Thin Beer Line asking if we're looking for a place to rent. We're not.
Not currently.
We have a place that we're gonna probably move out of in the next few months, and we're gonna move onto our boat full time.
So if anybody else is looking for a place to rent,
Yeah.
I know the rental, it can be hard to find a rental here because there's not like a rental agency. And so through this or through the Facebook Marketplace, those are about the best places that you can find a rental if you are looking for one. All right, let's wrap it up. It's 2:30.
Yeah. There are other good questions and other great comments. We appreciate all of them. I think that we would love to answer them. Help us get to 15,000 and we'll do another live. And we'll answer more questions and spend some more time with all of you guys.
Yep, absolutely. And thank you again. I didn't specifically say this. I had Kip say it. But thank you so much to all of you who, whether it's through our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, Patreon. I posted last week about Kip heading in for surgery, and he was scared and we were a little nervous. You know, surgery is always, it comes with some risk. And the love and support we got from all of you guys was just incredible, telling us that we were in your prayers, not just Kip, but our whole family, and in your thoughts, and sending us healing thoughts, and all of it was just amazing. So thank you all for that.
Tanya, thanks for joining us from Carson, California. Sorry to tell you, we're on our way out right now.
But thank you for joining us. Hasta la pasta.
Guys, thanks again. Also, again, thanks to our patrons. Make sure to go check out our Patreon page if you want to support us and help us to be able to keep making these videos and maybe take the next step up. If we get a little bit more, financial support, it might make it possible for us to get out to Manua. To Manua a little earlier, and to be able to get out to
Finish our boat and do some sailing.
Yeah, all those things are really helpful. So if you want to support us on that, we would love that support and to be able to keep you in the loop and interact with you on a whole new level.
Yeah, absolutely. For now, we're going to say Tofa Soy Fua.
Tofa Soy Fua. Hadley?
Bye.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.